Alright, welcome back. This is Culture,
What's good?
the most uncensored, out-of-pocket podcast in the world.
Yes, sir.
On this podcast, we'll be talking about topics from everywhere. Nothing's off the table. Everything we talk about, it's our own shit. No one's gonna be censoring us, so everything we talk about is real, so you don't have to worry about that.
Hey. And if you don't like it, in the left-hand corner, just click that button and leave. Thank you.
Like, what I wanted to talk about today, have you guys ever watched Dave Chappelle's new special?
Nope.
No, I haven't watched it.
Nope. You haven't watched it?
I haven't watched it.
None of us watched it, bro. Alright, so basically, it's a fucking good special. You need to watch it. It's Dave Chappelle.
No shit.
Legend.
So basically, from that special, the world, not even the world. It's really just the LGBTQ community. Shout out to y'all. They're trying to cancel him. They're trying to cancel him just because.
Dave Chappelle.
They're trying to cancel Dave Chappelle, basically.
They've been rallying.
They've been trying to cancel Dave Chappelle for a couple years.
A couple
years.
He's been that way for a long time, Nico. He's been that way for a long time.
Higher Netflix people are quitting Netflix because they don't want it on their site and they won't work for a site.
Are you serious?
On their site.
Yeah.
Is that deep?
It's deep, bro. People are leaving the company. They're barging into meetings and shit. There was this big ass meeting at Netflix HQ and these guys came in full protesting, shouting this. And then some people on the outside had this massive protest saying, "We hate Dave Chappelle." And then these three white guys pulled up, "We like jokes, as an anti-protest. And they got bashed by the LGBT community.
Whoa.
Crazy.
That's wild.
I don't condone violence, but come on, damn, that's messed up.
Oh shit.
Really, that just highlights how Dave Chappelle's right though. He says the world's getting too sensitive.
That's lit.
Hit the nail
Hits
on
the nail on
the
the
bro.
head.
Niggas getting too soft.
He's not exactly saying anything that's
Bro,
out
not
of
too
left
soft,
field.
crazy.
That's what I was gonna ask.
They're getting crazy because they're soft. You get hurt easily. That's why you're getting soft, innit?
Yeah. I get you.
You're getting a bit soft too.
Okay. I will rock your shit.
Hey.
Hey, don't get sensitive on me. It's just
I will rock your shit.
Let's go.
I was gonna ask, what did he actually say? What was so left field? Why are
He
these?
didn't say anything out of left field.
Oh, he
If
didn't?
you watch the special,
Yeah,
it's nothing where you'd be like, okay, you shouldn't say that.
it's just polarizing the way he says it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And the thing with comedy, Dave Chappelle's great because he's a good storyteller and he can touch upon any topic. Topic.
I feel like because
he can take the joke and the funniness and separate it from the actual topic, so it doesn't actually seem like he's making fun of whatever.
he's a legend, man. I remember that special he did for Comedy Central, I think, a long time ago, where he Dave Chappelle, he's dressed up as a KKK member, you know what I mean? And
Here's one of the
yeah,
outs or
maybe.
No, it's Chappelle show.
Chappelle show, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, one of them. Anyway, it was just hilarious. Just seeing this guy, he's anyway,
Here's one of the jokes that Chappelle said.
he's a legend.
Go on.
So he goes, "We blacks, we look at the gay community and we go, look at how well the movement is going. I can't help but feel like if slaves had baby oil and booty shorts on, we might have been free 100 years sooner." You know what I mean? That's one of the jokes he was saying.
Yeah, okay.
It goes along the lines of that.
What he's trying to say there is it's the gay community and the LGBTQ community
Have been
they're getting everything's moving so quickly
for
them
sure. Yeah.
compared to the black people in America. It's taking them so long to get so little done. But the LGBTQ and gay, queer, everything's moving quick. They got gay marriage and gay rights so much quicker than.
Here's probably the most
compared to
famous quote from the show. Booker, you say it, I can't. In our country, you can shoot and... Hold on. Let me just use you as a soundbite. In our country, you can shoot and kill a...
Nigga.
Chappelle says, but you better not hurt a gay person's feelings.
It's one of those things
That's controversial, right?
the way that they've you go back to your topic, we'll go backtracking a little bit. I feel like it's still got to. It stems from a race issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the LGBT community is it's as white as black. It's a whole movement. You know what I mean? Whereas it's segregation: white, black, Asian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a bit more.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be pressed these days. Even when it came to the Black Lives Matter movement, when people were saying all lives matter, that's just white people wanting to be pressed.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, these guys are getting all the attention. What about me? What about me? Bro, you're calm. Like, don't try and be pressed for no reason, you know?
Like, to my understanding, the only reason the All Lives Matter stuff started was because people said Black Lives Matter. If no one said that, no one was going to say All Lives Matter.
100%.
Oh, straight up.
Yeah, facts.
And, like, with Dave Chappelle in the special, like, when he talks about the compares LGBTQ and, like, gay rights and stuff, all of that, to black people, it's like, even within the queer community and stuff like that, black people are still at the bottom, comparatively.
Okay.
And, like, they'll still get, like, worse compared to everyone else in that community. But at the same time, like,
I don't think it always was that way.
Yeah.
I think in the 80s, when AIDS first like started popping up, like people were like, "Oh, fucking gay people, whoa, you know."
It was everyone.
Exactly, but and obviously, it's accepted a bit more nowadays.
It just all comes back to selfishness, honestly. Like, people want to be the main priority. Like, when the AIDS pandemic was going around, everyone was stressed that, like, oh, AIDS is a real bad thing. But then people would have opposition thoughts, be like, oh, before we fix the AIDS, let's fix our homelessness in our country, or let's fix other issues. Like, bro, they don't want to focus on one issue. They just want to keep going on all the other issues that are worse. They're just trying to win a sad battle, really.
And the sensitivity factor too. Like, for example, I always bring it back to sports. You guys will get used to that, viewers at home. But anyway, like, prime example, Allen Iverson. Yeah, he's a goat, right?
Yes.
People remember him.
Well, hey, we can't be throwing that goat with him.
Oh,
You
yeah,
said
yeah,
A.
yeah.
You said A.
Yeah,
but still, I know A,
Yeah.
but we still can't be throwing that goat with
That
him. But anyway, continue.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter.
He's NBA 75. NBA
It doesn't
75.
matter. Continue.
Yeah,
continue.
that conversation is for another day. Anyway, he impacted the NBA and the landscape of African American culture in a way where
Hugely, bro.
now it's so acceptable. Like you go and you see these players in the NBA and they all. No, I want to say that. That's not right. Majority of them are rocking with their gangster. Their streetwear and
They're comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like the cornrows. He was really controversial. The tattoos.
The baggy shirts, the baggy pants.
The amount of fines, the amount of trouble that he got himself into, just purely based on other people's perception and sensitivity.
You think Westbrook would be wearing the stuff he does if it wasn't
Yeah.
wearing the
Dress?
Westbrook doesn't give a fuck.
No, I reckon
Nah.
Westbrook would still be. Westbrook
Westbrook
would still be doing the same thing, bro.
Yeah.
That guy's his own person, bro. So,
Straight up.
But imagine, my point was, let me wrap that up.
Yeah.
If Allen Iverson was in today's NBA, he would just be like, well, obviously he'd be Allen Iverson,
Yeah.
but he wouldn't be that. He wouldn't have that mystique about him because he helped change the landscape.
How does that stem from black people and gays?
I was going more on the sensitivity, on people being sensitive, But, anyway.
so with that, like with Dave Chappelle, they're trying to cancel. What's your thoughts on like cancel culture and like?
Well, cancel culture ain't a thing. Let's be honest. Everyone that's been cancelled has always come back.
Not everyone.
Not necessarily.
Not everyone.
Logan Paul.
Not necessarily.
It was
Not
hugely
everyone. Not
cancelled.
everyone though. You can't say everyone.
Basically
That's
everyone.
one
They're not
individual,
affected
bro.
by it.
Cause some of it people like bring up stuff from like way back.
Oh,
when.
it's
like
Yeah, they
it's
drag
sometimes it's like out
They
of
drag
context too. Like it doesn't make sense.
Like Kevin Hart at the Oscars, bro.
that's just retarded. Like I my stance with it, I think it's really stupid because, like, whatever you say in this world, there's gonna be at least one person that doesn't like it.
Not everyone's
Can't
gonna
please
like it.
everyone.
Yeah, like no one's gonna like what everyone says. So like I feel like
We all know
people,
what Kevin
I
Hart
understand
said.
like people feel entitled to be offended.
I haven't
by what
watched
others
it.
say?
I haven't watched it.
But at the same time, like, not everyone's gonna like what you're gonna say, so it shouldn't really mean anything.
Kevin Hart made a tweet a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Probably about 10 years ago, like just before 2010.
Okay.
And he said, if my son was gay, I'd kick him out of the house.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one. Yeah. No.
He made a tweet saying that.
That-
And
Oh,
then,
It's
is
a bit
that why
fucked up.
they didn't let him?
Yeah, that's why he didn't
and
do
the
the
Oscars said to
Oscars.
him, apologize. He's like, no, I'm not going to set that precedent of apologizing for something I've done in the past and people going through. Like, at the
Yeah.
time, like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a fucked up thing to say, but it's a joke. Like, he knows I accept my son. Like, my son knows that.
It is a bit peak considering isn't his son.
No, that's Dwayne
Nah,
Wade.
That's
that's
Dwayne
Dwayne
Oh
Wade, bro.
shit!
That's
Dwayne
my
Wade.
little-
Now I'm looking like a
Thank
racist.
God.
Oh my god!
Wayne's daughter.
It's Wayne Wade's daughter. My
That's
bad.
Wayne's daughter.
My bad.
Transgender.
But hey, that doesn't matter, man. Happy for them.
How do I get Kevin Hart?
I hope she's happy. She's enjoying herself. She's proud of what
nigga,
she's done.
he-
She's
6'5",
enjoying
Get the
herself.
pronoun right, nigga.
Hey, here we don't judge, bro. At least I don't, you know.
I do.
But hey, do you?
Like, what's the trigger points and stuff? Like certain things, like people will cancel you on. Like, what's your thoughts on that?
Fat people, bro.
That's you.
That's my biggest
That's
trigger
you,
point.
straight up.
My biggest trigger point comes to when people try and push fat positivity on me.
Yeah, I mean, you're a personal trainer, so
100%.
yeah. But why? Why do you think that?
Because, again, it's selfishness, right? They're pushing us to accept them because they want to be accepted because of the way they look.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The reason the world, like, obesity we're the second largest killer in the world. Number one was America. 5 years ago, we were not even in the top 10. This is crazy, bro. 5 years it's taken us to get to number 2 for obesity in the whole world.
Australia?
Australia.
Are you serious?
The whole world, bro.
Fucking hell.
Alright, I spend 12 hours a day in the gym, alright? I go to Carousel for late night shop, I walk past, I'm like, holy damn. Like, everyone here
When I
is,
finish work,
by
bro,
the
like,
definition, obese. They're too comfortable these days, bro. They're too comfortable.
Niggas don't care, bro. They really don't.
niggas
Oh,
don't care.
Well,
Let's start. Say your shit, talk your shit, bro.
I know what
Let's start. Talk your shit, please.
I know
Release
you
it,
ain't
bro.
I know
I
you
want
ain't
the smoke.
talking about
I
people.
want the smoke. I'm talking right now. I'm talking.
I know you ain't.
I'm talking my shit. What's
I'm
up?
joking. Hey, look.
Nah,
I respect. I
I
respect.
say nothing,
everything
bro.
they are.
I say nothing.
Talk
No
your
comment.
shit, bro.
No comment,
Michael,
man.
man, we just want to see you in your best shape. That's
All of y'all
that's
talk your shit. I'm ready for all of y'all. I
You're
promise.
in a shape right now. You're circle,
I'm
my
not in
boy.
the best shape. Circle. First of all,
Hey,
Nah, it's calm. We know that you're working.
No.
We know that you're working.
I know that you're working though. That's the thing.
We just want you to work harder.
There's a difference between the people that like they're fat, obese, and they're not trying to change that.
Exactly.
yeah. In fact, they're trying to push that, and that's
Yeah.
like showing how you can put this pedestal up of this body image that's like so unhealthy, and it's so like it's just fucked. Honestly,
like I get the feeling of needing to be accepted and shit. I get that everyone wants to feel comfortable with their own skin and all that. That's calm and good and all, yeah. But it's when you try and sell it to people like that's
As if
a
it's a
good
healthy
thing, like it's a
lifestyle.
healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, that's what I'm-
But,
that's what I'm-
as if
yeah,
it's like something
exactly.
to like be
When you
proud
try
of.
to normalize it,
Like,
that's one thing.
You can't normalize it because it's bad for your health.
This is why I don't trust
Like
girls,
we,
bro.
we can accept you. That's
have you
a
seen
different conversation altogether.
Have
bro.
you seen the comment
Different
section
conversation.
on a fat
Your
girl's
girlfriend
post,
won't
bro?
be happy, bro.
No need
Your
for
girlfriend
it.
won't be happy.
No, I've had this conversation with their fuck
It's
that.
not even fat girls, bro. It's not even fat girls. It's just girls in general, bro.
Bro,
Girls are the fakest people I know. They will comment on a girl's. They will comment on a girl's
Every
page.
girl.
They hate talking about. Oh, you're pretty. Oh, you this. Oh, you.
Absolutely
Bro, it's like, what the hell?
gorgeous.
It's like,
Oh, they cap so much.
Bro,
they cap
yeah,
so much.
they will go in the comment section, write some pretty ass shit, yeah, and turn around to the next person. I fucking hate this bitch. Look at them like, what? It's like, why? You don't need to do all that. Like, it's not necessary. It's just too much fake shit, bro.
they're different creatures, man. They operate differently to us.
Honestly, I don't trust girls on a day that ends with a Y.
It's just like
Any
hard.
girl.
It's not often you can find people that hard work these days. Like everyone, especially in the golden age of technology, it's just all instant gratification.
Yeah, what's
Yeah, people work out for 2 weeks and they want to see results. Like they come to me, especially as a PT, and they're like, "Oh, how long will it take to see results?"
By the way, if you do go to him, you might see results in 2 weeks.
it
might,
won't.
it might.
No.
No chance.
You won't. No, you won't.
He's good. He's not that good.
Exactly.
I'd be
He's not
I'd
God,
be that
bro.
rich, bro.
He's not God, bro.
Yeah, like they come to me, they're like, "How long will I take to see results?" I'm like, "Well, how long have you been eating and drinking like shit for?" "Oh, about 10 years." "So you want me to raise 10 years of you eating like a fucking pig
In 2 weeks.
in 2 weeks?" "Oh yeah, it should be done." No, that's not how it works. Like, come on, be realistic. If you're gonna do the time, like, be ready to put in the work so then you can actually see the results and set yourself up to be a better person in the future and not go back to the fat pig you were before, you know?
Facts. Yeah. Finish that.
Don't be so sensitive. You're like,
Yeah, exactly, man. It's not. They drag it a little bit. It's not that deep. It's not that deep.
You think there's like certain like groups that deserve to be like cancelled? But
Fat people.
Whoa.
Nah,
That's
nah,
fucked up, man. Hey. That's fucked up, man.
People who.
or even like a person in general, like
No, I'll go fuck it. I'll go a group of people.
Yeah.
People who feel the need to like to justify their actions and make sure that everybody sees them for that person that they are, you know? They do things for a reason. It just triggers me. This is a pet peeve of mine. People who do things for a reason to gain out in the end, instead of just doing things on merit and what they actually, you know, care about. For example, like you see it on the internet, you know, people who fucking give money out to people who are homeless, but they'll film it. They'll film it.
Yeah.
Like they'll take a picture and show, yo, I'm such a good bloke. Look at me giving $20 out to this homeless guy. Like, dude, like seriously, get a life. Like, fix yourself. Seriously. That's where I want to end it at.
I want to retract my earlier statement. But I want to go along lines because actually, my clients, I'm thinking about it. It's
Stay
not
consistent.
It's not it's not all fat people. It's fat people that ain't working. Right? If I see you in the gym, I fucking respect the hustle. Like, go ahead. It's the people that ain't working. Gotta clarify for that. You know?
You fixed up his statement real quick.
Thanks, man. Don't switch up.
I ain't switching up. I'm just clarifying it.
My point of view for obese people, if like you said, if you're putting in the work and you're grinding, I respect the hell out of you. You know what I mean? Like you have a goal, you want to make change, you want to feel happy about yourself, you want to be confident about yourself. But if you're not putting in the work and complaining at the same time, I feel like you don't have the right to complain, because there's a foundation. If you stick to a plan, you stick to a meal plan, a gym plan, you can make change in a few years. Like the word years might sound scary, but as soon as you begin and you see progress, you're gonna fall in love with it, and you'll notice a drastic change. But if you're just out there doing whatever you want, eating a lot, feeling sorry for yourself, sticking to the same old habits, you shouldn't try and, like, put it on others. But, hey, see how you want to see it. That's the way I see it. If you're not happy about it, fair enough. If you don't like me for what I've just said, fair enough.
Do you think it goes hand in hand with mental health as well?
It definitely affects some people mentally. Like I have friends with some people that were struggling with their mental health because of the way they looked and because of the way their body was. So like I don't like to try and make fun of people about it. But if you're not making change and boasting about it and complaining about it and trying to push it down everyone else's throat, I'm obviously going to see it in a negative way.
Yeah.
But besides that, like,
I'm gonna use myself.
I try not to insult people.
I'm gonna use myself as an example, like especially when I'm going through like I'm stressed, or like if I've just had a breakup or something, I'll enjoy myself. I'll have some beers with the boys, like together. I won't try and work out too much. I'll have beers. I'll eat whatever the fuck I want, type thing. Then I'll put on the pounds pretty quickly, like to use that to fill the void, you know. But then after that, you got to pick yourself up and realize, hang on, like you've had your break, time to step the fuck up, and let's work. And that's when people. That's what we need to work at as a society, because most people they try that, they do it for 2 weeks. It's too hard, and they give up. Yeah. Again,
just because they're not seeing the results.
100%
right,
instant gratification.
Like that. That's fucked. Yeah. For me, I'm not a fan of cancel culture. Honestly, I'm not a fan of it. Like I don't understand the point of it. Like if you don't like something, just don't watch it, or like don't share it. Don't give it so much attention.
Vote with your wallet.
Like, don't go out of your way just because he made a mistake. Like, don't go out of your way just to like mess up his like whole career just for that one thing.
Keep your opinion to yourself.
Yeah. Have you heard of vote with your wallet? So vote with your wallet. Like myself, one of the ideas I don't agree with is horse racing and betting. Like, I'm not going to have a problem. I'm not going to tell them what they can and can't do. Yeah. But I'm not going to put bets myself. I'm not going to support it with my money. Yeah. But if Hunter places a bet down, I don't care. Hunter, do your thing, bro.
Hey, you know you placed best last week. You know it.
William Pike in the last race tomorrow, lads.
No. I do think it's just not something I'm going to support, but I'm not going to go out of my way and be like, Hunter, what you're doing right now, you're a despicable human being. You know, I don't care. I'm voting with my wallet.
Did you see on Instagram like how the some people like the Melbourne Cup like every year at this specific time, that's when they start like piping up?
Oh yeah. All the spring racing carnival, that's when they all come out of there.
It's crazy, bro.
Because it's like stay consistent. Like, where were you like a couple months ago? Like,
exactly. If you're quiet throughout the year, stay quiet throughout this time. You know.
You see, I'm like that. You say? Cool. You just said. Decide with
Vote with your wallet.
Vote with your wallet, yeah. I'm like that with people that smoke, yeah. I don't smoke cigarettes and all that other nonsense, yeah. Personally, to me, it's like...
You don't fuck with cigarettes?
Cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
Say cigarettes again.
Smoke.
Say
I don't do
cigarettes.
the smoke, bro. I don't like the smoke.
I don't do the smoke.
That smoking thing ain't me, bro. I walk the opposite way. Like, I'm the type of person that'll pull up and be like, yo, my nigga, it's bad for you, you know, try and quit. But then day you smoke.
I'm past that point, eh?
Over there.
Like, back in high school, that was me.
Yeah, same.
So good for you. At this point,
At this point, you know...
It's a lost cause.
It's a lost cause, except for the fact that, like, when you're driving, some nigga will ask you, can I smoke in your car? Then you gotta talk, you know, you gotta be like, nah. Then you gotta explain yourself, you know? Some nigga just pull up like, you're a joke. Wait. It's like...
Yeah, I get you. It bothers me too. Like
all the
like,
people
I don't
that,
wanna
like,
say
all,
It
all,
ain't deep, but it's like, it's still there, you know? It ain't deep, but it's still there. It's like, we don't want that shit.
like, we're not being
careful.
sensitive. It's just like, fuck.
it's just like it's my problem.
inconvenience, you know?
I prefer you not to, you know.
It's
Like all the
inconvenience we
people
don't
that
want.
I know that smoke, like they're gonna do it. And I'm in the car. They're gonna at least open the window or something. They're not gonna like fucking like have it closed and like hotbox the fucking car.
It's the worst part, yeah. When smokers, you know, they'll drag their shit, turn to you,
And
blow.
then
It's like, you want me to stream or some shit, bro? It's like,
Also,
I told you I don't smoke. Then you're blowing to my face. It's like, what are you trying to get me to do?
Going back to the smoking, I think that's actually funny. We're all in the same boat. Like we all feel the same way about smoking here. We don't fuck with it. That's what I wanted to say.
Wait, can I say something about the anti-vax?
go on.
I'm like
Hey, this is gonna be good.
Tony, man,
People won't like what I'm about to
Tony, say what you mean what you
people
say.
won't people won't like
Say
what
it
I'm
with
about
your
to
chest,
chest,
bro.
bro.
Say it with your chest, bro.
Oh,
But-
drink some Henny first.
he doesn't drink.
I don't drink. I don't drink drive.
That's cap.
Don't drink drive. Don't drink drive. Don't do it. It's not good, kids. Anyway, so
First of all, they're not gonna be drinking, bro.
First of all, what kid is watching our podcast?
bro, don't worry.
Go on,
You
go
never
on.
know. You never know. You never know. All right, so
My girlfriend.
people that
How many minutes in are we?
That's a violation on yourself.
anyway, all right. As I was saying,
Go on.
so anti-vaxxers. My biggest problem with anti-vaxxers is that all these years they've been seeing doctors. If you go to a doctor and you say you have a sore throat, he's gonna prescribe you with some sort of pill. You're gonna go buy the pill. You're gonna take it.
What do you mean?
What makes-
what context do you mean anti-vaxxers in general or just
Like in
COVID-19?
COVID-19 anti-vaxxers.
okay.
That's what bothers me. Like it really does bother me because
Right,
you know
so
it
right, you
affects me. It affects me. For all of you that don't want to get it out there, if you go to the doctors tomorrow and you tell them you have a headache, they're gonna tell you to go to the pharmacy or your chemist
Panadol.
or whatever. Go buy some specific sort of medicine and you're going to take it. You don't know anything about that medicine. You don't know when the medicine was made. You don't know how the medicine was made. You don't know the side effects of that medicine. This vaccine, a doctor has deemed it right for you to take. They've deemed it safe for you to take. What makes it different now to all those years? You've been, going to the doctor asking for some sort of tablet or some sort of, medicine or some sort of vaccine. What makes it different now? Because
I think the main issue, like that, like a lot of people have, is how fast the vaccines
Yeah,
come
but-
out.
bro, we're in
People don't
2021.
But people don't understand. They say it was made in a year. It wasn't made in a year. Like
Yeah.
the coronavirus itself has been around for
Yeah,
multiple
like-
years.
Yeah,
That's why
exactly.
COVID-19.
Yeah.
It's just a different
Yeah,
variation that they
mutates.
were able to modify in a year. They didn't
Yeah.
create a vaccine from scratch.
Like,
So they modified it. That's why it's every year. But also going back to that, one of my favorite memes that I saw. Do you remember that earthquake that happened in Melbourne not too long ago?
No.
It was like it was like a 6.0 magnitude. Like, it was a pretty full on deal. No one died.
so it's not that big.
That's all I
Then.
didn't hear about.
Bro,
Bro,
don't tell me it's big. No one died.
Tony,
But hey, that doesn't matter. Thankfully, no one died.
Tony,
Like, thankfully,
Tony.
no one died. But don't tell me it's big if no one died. But anyway, continue.
go get in an earthquake and then come talk to us. Yeah?
Yeah, come talk to us later. So, the funny thing was, like, people saw the earth shaking, right? And they saw that the weatherman was telling them that there was an earthquake, right? They didn't go and do their own research. They didn't listen to a meteorologist or find a science teacher to listen to that science teacher. Oh, I don't believe in an earthquake. It was like someone just jumping on the ground, like Booker was on the other side of Australia. They trust the people, man. Like,
Why was my name dropped in that sentence?
Yeah, like, damn.
What was the necessity in that shit?
Oh yeah. And also another thing, I feel like you can't really compare it to the tablet, bro. A tablet and a syringe. A syringe is it's more invasive.
When the flu vaccine came out, did people not take that?
No, but the flu. This is the thing that I have with it too. It's like a lot of people don't want to take it. Like it's like the flu vaccine. The flu changes every single year. It mutates every single year.
Yeah,
so you have
it's just
to,
a different
you have to
variation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was there was probably a COVID vaccine before.
Yeah.
But it would have just been a different variant.
Yeah, but it doesn't work on to manage the symptoms of
Yeah,
this.
but you obviously got to adjust it.
Yeah.
So
like,
that
that's-
it works.
I think that's like a point where they're like, what's the point of me getting the vaccine now when COVID's just going to mutate again anyway?
Yeah,
Sure.
That's definitely a valid
Well, the
argument.
point of you
Time
getting it
changes
now
all.
is opening up the world, helping people get their jobs back, and saving lives. That's the point.
So like, if that happens, the world like opens up again, and then COVID-20 hits, and now everyone's going back into lockdown. It's like,
What's the greatest discovery when it comes to medicine? It's vaccines.
Vaccines, yeah.
100%. Like, it's wiped out the majority of things. Like, when we're born, we can't go to a public school anymore without being vaxxed. When it comes to polio, when it comes to measles,
Chickenpox.
mumps, all those childhood disease, the whooping cough, like, that's stopped us from having more child deaths. And COVID's just going to be one of those things that we're going to have to live with. Like, it's going to be...
Yeah.
Like, polio is still there, but it's basically wiped out. Like, there's someone in Australia right now who's still in an iron lung because they got polio back in the 60s. Right? It's one of those things you're going to have to live with. You're going to have to get vaxxed probably every year until it dies out, basically. Yep. Which is fine. Boosters, they don't hurt.
Cool story. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway. All right. Enough with
Anyways,
the COVID vaccine.
continuing on, yeah.
Please continue.
Continuing on, yeah. So another group of people that need to be cancelled.
Alright, go on.
Going off on Fletcher's main point, with the vote with your wallets type shit. So my, like, I guess you can call it pet peeve type shit. It stems back from like xenophobia and all that shit happening in South Africa and all that.
Uh-huh.
People that have the audacity.
That's
That's how deep this shit
That's
is.
a big word for you.
Big words. Scholar Michael.
Nah, continue.
They have the audacity to feel cut, to feel touched, to feel some type of way about, again, I'm using xenophobia as an example, about any other culture or people that are doing better than them in their own country
Yeah.
when they don't even have the fucking qualifications to do the shit that's being done.
Yeah.
So you can't hate on a Kenyan doctor in South Africa because they have the qualifications to be a doctor and then claim they're stealing your money, you know?
Yeah.
That's some fuck shit.
Let me add something to that because that's
I
let me put in
I get what
something.
you mean. I've heard about it.
You're comparing the people. So I'm gonna use that example, right? A Kenyan doctor who's really successful comes over to Australia, and then there's Australian people complaining that he took our job and our money, right? But it's because those Australian people aren't driven enough to get that qualification and get a
saying.
job. That's what you were trying to
That's
say.
what pet peeves me.
Right.
It's like why you have the audacity? Like, if you had that type of like,
So you want to cancel people that complain about another person's success even though they're not trying to get to where
yeah, it's like
they want to be.
if you have time to complain about someone's something,
you should be working.
you have time to work on that shit to better yourself.
Yeah.
That person isn't special. He's a doctor like anyone else. If all of us in this room, if we really tried to, we could be doctors. Like, we don't want that, obviously, but we could be. The thing is,
Why are you looking like
Tony.
that?
Yeah, we could.
it's very smart, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm just saying.
It's about drive. It's about hunger. It's about.
The options on the table, especially in Australia here, where we have so many pathways, different types of shit.
Yeah, bro.
The options are on the table.
I know.
Like,
But I know. I'm in school, bro. I'm in school.
you miss school.
What's the go with the vegans though?
Oh, vegans. Oh my
What's
god.
the go with the vegans? Would you cancel
I'm
vegans?
gonna keep quiet.
Vote with your wallet.
That's all you're gonna say.
But with your wallet, bro.
That's what you're gonna say?
I personally, look, I respect
If
you.
if you don't want meat, don't buy meat.
No.
Yeah,
Have you
there.
seen-
That's exactly
have
what I
you
was
seen
saying.
that
Vote
girl?
with your wallet.
Have you seen that girl on the skin that 60-minute shit rolled up on her?
Yeah, she
The
goes
one
to
that's doing
stores
the-
with blood on her or
vegan
with
whatever.
the
Vegan
blood.
Rudy.
Jack
Okay.
Hicks.
Yeah. Name drop.
Oh, sorry.
Jack Hicks.
That's a shot for you.
Yeah.
That's a shot.
It's alright, we'll
Jack
blur him
Hicks
out.
We'll blur it out.
From
We'll blur him
school.
out.
That's his girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Really?
Wait,
That's
I think someone that went to your school.
Yeah, he was in my homeroom, and like that's his girlfriend now.
The girl that goes to
vegan
butchers.
Yeah, that's his girlfriend.
And
Oh my
puts
God.
her period blood on her and goes.
You
to-
what?
She put her period blood on.
Hang
her
on. Whoa.
No, she did not.
and went to Louis Vuitton.
Okay,
Hang on.
Oh,
And went to Louis Vuitton.
Where are you getting this information from, bro? What?
I'll Google it.
Okay, can I just say this?
Hang on.
He needs to.
That's way out left.
This is I'm not gonna. Nah, I'll leave it. I'm not gonna. That's
My
I'm
thing
not-
with the vegans, I don't like. You can be vegan, do whatever you want. Like, I don't care. Like, don't try to force feed me and try to convert me to veganism and like act as if it's the only correct thing.
You heard.
Honestly,
There's nothing wrong with it.
Honestly-
Notorious vegan activist Tash Peterson revealed how she covered herself in her own menstrual blood for a stunt that saw her store
God.
at Louis Vuitton's store.
That's
vile.
Jesus!
That's vile. Oh my goodness.
I feel bad for the
Blood's
people in the
blood.
store.
Makes you question humanity.
bro. Imagine.
How's
She's very provocative, yeah. She's out in people's faces.
Yeah.
Imagine she touches you. You don't know about that, bro.
She spread AIDS.
The security that kicked her out.
Yeah. poor
Free those
blokes.
niggas, bro.
Right.
Free those niggas.
Can you imagine going to work one day and that happened to you, bro?
I quit my job, bro.
Oh, fuck that.
But hey,
Oh shit.
I didn't get paid enough to get that shit on.
No shit.
No way.
You lied on your resume to be security at Louis Vuitton and that type of shit.
Thought you were gonna be talking to rich
I lied on
people.
my resume just to go through this shit.
Oh, shit.
Okay, anyway.
Honestly, for me, she's doing too much, bro.
Yeah,
And-
she's doing way too much.
There's levels. Like, I don't think you can have a whole vegan life. Like, you kind of think you can live your whole life. All right, that's not true. You can live your whole life vegan, but I don't think you can live healthy and get all the nutrients that you need and everything. Or maybe it's very hard to. I don't know.
Yeah, it's very hard to.
It's
They have
very
supplemented. They have supplement with some shit.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
make tofu and all that.
Like, don't they have to eat like heaps, a lot more to
So if any vegan or vegetarian comes up to you and they ask that they just have protein supplements or they have protein powder and they don't have mushrooms,
yeah.
they have no idea what they're doing and they're doing themselves wrong because most of those pills and stuff aren't actually proper. They get the cheap shit.
Yeah.
While mushrooms have the highest protein level of any vegetable or anything like that, right?
Okay.
It's the way to go, and they got no idea how to supplement themselves. They are weak, lethargic. They can't live a proper healthy life. If you know what you're doing and you're an actual, because there's bodybuilders out there that are vegans. They know how to do it. They've done their research. They talk to nutritionists. They've learned how to do it. But let's think about back when humans first came around, right?
Yeah.
What were we? We weren't herbivores. We weren't carnivores. We were a mixture of the both. What's that called?
Omnivore.
We were omnivores. All right. Our
We're
body's
still omnivore.
we're still omnivores.
Yeah.
Our body is designed to process meat and it's designed to process plants. If we have too much of one, our body's not going to be good. If we have too much of the other, again, it's the same thing. You got to have the perfect balance of both.
With that, spinach is good as well.
Spinach is amazing.
Like Popeye probably
Popeye,
vegan.
bro.
You know
That
what I mean?
Popeye shit, bro. The secret recipe.
Man.
You dig.
That's
secret
I
recipe.
knew what he was doing.
And whey protein. Isn't whey made from like, I swear it's like an extract of cow of milk, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're playing yourself.
Whey's not vegan. But,
Yeah,
but
oh.
most of them have. There's vegan protein out there.
Oh, okay.
There's vegan
Yeah,
protein.
okay.
Bro, I can
Big
bet
naive.
you, but
Healthy lifestyle, healthy food is usually really expensive as well. So
you healthier most of the time.
Myself,
Yeah.
currently, yes. At the moment, I'm on like less than 1,500 calories though.
So you track your calories?
Yeah, currently. Because I've lost 10 kgs in a month and a half. Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. I respect that.
I don't know what the fuck I
Be
eat.
more,
I eat whatever.
be more like Fletcher, guys. Be more like.
I'm just trying to get back to.
I eat whatever the fuck, bro.
Yeah, you're fucked.
If I wanna eat healthy, I'll just eat African food, bro.
yeah,
That's,
I'll just go back and eat that, bro.
hey, that's a cheat code. Just be black.
No shit, bro.
Yeah, okay. Tell me how.
I don't
Tell
know.
me how.
Bring Leroy out.
Hey,
I mean,
Bring
I
Leroy
am in
out.
better shape than you are.
If you want to be
Bring Leroy
healthy,
out,
just
yeah?
be black. That's a cheat
Bring
code.
Leroy out.
But hey,
You don't want
Just be
Leroy,
black.
bro.
Nah, we want Leroy. Front and center. Front and center.
Leroy eats.
Eat.
hey, anyway.
Yeah, I'll bring it back to the whole sensitivity thing. Like with stand up, for let me name a comedian. So Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr,
Jimmy
Patrice
Carr.
O'Neill, Jimmy Carr.
Bill Cosby, free my guy. No, I'm joking.
Whoa,
I'm joking. Hey,
Is this nigga free already?
I'm joking. I don't know. I thought he got released and then locked
he
up
did.
again. What happened?
He got released, wasn't he?
Yeah, he did get released.
And then what's up?
I don't know.
Damn, they free my nigga. Jeez. Damn. Fuck. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
But it's just like, free my nigga down, you know what I mean? Shit.
I'm joking. I'm
Hey,
joking.
if you do the time and you want to be a rehabilitated citizen, I'm happy, man. That's what the whole point of the justice.
I feel
That's
like
the
that's the
whole point of
whole.
the justice system is, bro.
I feel like that's a whole like sensitivity thing as well. Like the world was sensitive when they heard that he was coming out.
Because it was R. Kelly as well, bro. It was at the same time.
That guy.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
I think so. If,
Yeah, he's fucked.
No,
He's
no.
fucked. He's famous.
People like some people were like since they released Bill Cosby, like you might as well release R. Kelly because
if they've
to
done
some
it-
people. R. Kelly's thing was
less than-
was less.
yeah.
It was worse.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as what Bill Cosby did.
Oh,
Hey,
Allegedly.
if he's done his time, like I believe in the justice system, like
Yeah, but
that's
he
the
didn't-
whole point of it.
didn't-
Otherwise,
No.
otherwise we just kill everyone in
He didn't
prison.
do this time though.
No,
You got the case like
No. Why people are like, oh shit, he shouldn't have been out is because he got let out on a loophole in the justice system. That's why that's in America. That's why they're all like, oh shit.
That's just having better money, bro. Good lawyers.
That's why the whole system's fucked.
Get some more money,
Hey.
bro.
Who's next?
The
Alright,
best
talk about
comedian.
stand-ups. Let's talk about the
Stand-ups.
stand-ups.
Yeah, let's talk about stand-ups.
So, Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, Bill Cosby, Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, people like that. Like
Cat Williams.
Hey.
yes, Cat Williams.
Don't forget my guy K Hart, bro.
Kevin Hart.
K
yes,
Hart,
yeah,
that's my
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
man.
That's
my guy.
Like
That's my guy.
the ones that have been doing stand up for like a long time. They had specials like back in like the 90s and 80s. Like, what's your thoughts on like the jokes they had back then? Like, if they were to say the same
wild.
jokes
Ooh.
now,
God.
given the climate and how sensitive the world is now, and how like much more sensitive it is getting, what's the take on it?
so back then niggas were gangster. For real, niggas actually listen to real music. Niggas were actually like woke. In the matter
Okay,
of
whoa. Can you
all
explain
your-
to us what woke means?
All of your,
Just
all of
explain
your
to the
artists,
people that don't know.
all of your artists out there right now, you just take a shot section.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
That's what I'm
hold
saying.
up, real quick.
Explain to the people.
You notice how no one wave checked Booker, so he showed his waves himself.
It's like, hey, guys,
I can't
admire
grab
his
grab the
waves
camera.
because he will be hurt if you
You
don't.
see the
Just
I'm
admire
gonna do
those
it
waves.
anytime. I take
Hey,
it off.
wave
I
check.
take it off.
Booker's
Wave
on
check.
another wave journey, bro.
I'm on a new wave, bro.
Hey, give us a 360, bro. Turn around. Give us a 360.
Yeah, he doesn't have 360 wave.
I do. What you mean I don't?
360?
No, you don't.
I turn around. Turn around.
Yeah,
Take
that's what I'm
shots.
You don't have 360 wave.
Because
Damn.
we just
Well,
started.
tell- tell the camera.
That's what I'm saying.
Ooh,
shy.
alright. That ain't too bad, man. That ain't too bad.
Yeah, just starting.
Let's
Anyway.
let's go back to Booker's point on the old gangsters and stuff back then. Let's be honest.
No.
Do we want-
Not that they're all gangster. I mean, like, niggas listen to, like, the type of music that made niggas don't care about shit. Because there was more...
Tupac.
But that's when
Like,
that's when
'cause there
rappers
was-
were killing themselves, right?
No.
Do we like Tupac and Biggie, right? They were trying to kill each other on the week. Like, do we want Drake and Kanye to be doing that? We don't want that shit, you know.
Man, Kanye never killed anyone in his life.
Shut up, bro.
You
Don't
know
look
what
at
I'm
Kanye.
saying?
Yeah, I get what you're
Kanye.
saying.
Don't hate on Drake, man.
What
That's
I'm
my
trying to say- What
guy.
I'm trying to say is, yeah, niggas had the backbone to stand up for themselves back then. Type of shit, yeah? They just didn't give a shit about nonsense.
Without the backlash that David faced right now.
Yeah. Because these
Like back then, people didn't give a fuck.
they could talk whatever, bro. Niggas saying fuck the police with the police there, bro.
I mean, people still say that shit now.
And Kanye did almost kill somebody.
Did he?
Yeah, his kid,
Yes.
apparently.
Oh, yeah.
fuck.
The
Anyway.
rally.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
What I was going to say was, I don't think people like Eddie Murphy, I don't think people like Cat Williams, like Eddie Griffin, like...
Like
Oh.
then they haven't changed. They haven't changed
They
their
don't give a
Even
shit about
Chappelle-
the times,
They don't
honestly. They don't
Even
give
Chappelle-
a shit. To this day, they can walk up in the room and do the same shit they're doing back then now.
Because they're icons,
And they
but
don't give a
Hey,
fuck.
if they were
Hey,
young
guys.
now...
All right, that's
Chris
good, that's
Tucker, hey, don't forget
Chris
Chris
Tucker
Tucker,
as well?
bro.
Yeah.
That's my dude. Friday,
Well,
shout out Friday,
hey.
Ice Cube.
good. My nigga, we're not mentioning all the icons. Like, they're there. We respect
Comedians,
them.
yeah,
But
we
it's
acknowledge
not
just
everybody. It's not everybody. We ain't got that type of time.
Now,
We
see,
ain't got
what-
that type of time.
I see where they come from. I see their stance, but I don't respect it at the same time. Like, they're talking about back in the 90s when that was good humor, good comedy, right? And they say now we can't get away with the same stuff. Well, obviously, because, like, if you try and say the same stuff back then, like, they've already been there and done that. Right now, we're trying to go over the top because we're trying to beat what they did back then. Like, it's already been done, the good comedy. right now, they're just trying to be mean rather trying to be funny. Like, they're not being smart with it. Good comedy is about being smart. That's why Dave Chappelle's a fucking master at it. Because he's smart with it still to this day. Yeah. He's coming up with new shit all the time. Like, that black joke was fucking hilarious. Like,
Why black joke?
It's class. It's class joke.
If they were baby oiled, bro.
Yeah, the baby oil,
That's
you know.
funny.
It's
like,
funny.
He's
But
not being derogatory.
Yeah.
Like, how's that being derogatory at all? Like,
It's like essentially like back then people could take a joke.
that's what I was about to say, Nico. Gotta tie it together for you. Because it's like, would that fly now?
No.
That was the initial question.
No.
It's
See,
like,
I feel like
For Dave,
was so
Dave
raw.
Chappelle to say that the
I
same
feel like
stuff
it's
that he
different.
says back then now.
See, I don't. You've seen Eddie Murphy's Raw, right?
yeah, exactly.
See, I don't think it was that
Look,
bad.
I
I think it's
disagree.
fucking hilarious, right? It's one of the best ones. Like, one of the best comedy stand-ups. But I don't think anyone would really have a problem with it because what he says, right, isn't derogatory towards anyone.
But the thing is, I know Eddie Murphy's one of my favorite comedians, so I know his all his shows and stuff. I'll bring like Raw. I remember it like I've watched it a million times. Anyway, Raw, for example, he puts it he gets like a stool set up with some water, puts the water down, and he starts fucking pretending to fuck the stool. You know what I mean? And he puts it in like 20 different positions in like 2 minutes.
Oh shit, that's where Kevin Hart got that shit from.
Yeah, and exactly, yeah. And he's like putting it in different and going, oh, I was doing it like this and I was doing it like this. And the crowd are loving it, you know? But nowadays, if a comedian got up on
I
stage...
feel like that's different though, because the only difference between then and now is that now there's social media. It's a lot easier to it's a lot easier to get your voice out there and disagree with it. Back then, if you didn't like it, what are you gonna do? Write it in the newspaper? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
They were talking about
You
Michael
can't
Jackson fucking boys, and they were talking about
Yeah,
AIDS, you know?
Yeah, like,
They're talking about...
It's a lot, unless you had the only thing they pretty much had to get you, the only two things they had to get your voice out there is like the radio and TV, and like even those, if you weren't someone that was like at the top and that was big, you had no chance of voicing what you thought. You know what I mean?
Like,
Now, there's a lot of people with thousands of followers on Instagram, etc. It's a lot easier to just post something and then it go viral and then
Yeah, like I said before,
catch
like,
on.
it's got to be derogatory. Like that Eddie Murphy thing, that's fucking hilarious. Like it's physical
it's
comedy
funny.
because he's putting them in different positions, right?
Yeah.
That's not being derogatory. Let's go back to Kevin Hart's tweet. Like, that's not a great tweet to tweet about. Like kicking your son out just because he's gay.
Yeah, given the
That ain't smart. Like, that's just kicking him out. That's like kicking someone out because they're fat. Like,
Yeah, but think of
that's
how
just
much
being
people
mean,
would have
right?
thought that though. Think about how much, so much more like celebrities and comedians would have thought that exact way and wanted to say that, but they just didn't have the platform and the access.
But they shouldn't be saying that. Let's be honest.
Kevin Hart,
Yeah, it's not
African American male. Black community, more accepting of obese people than LGBT community. Facts. That's what it comes down to as well. In terms of what you were talking about with the fat. If he just said, oh, if my son was a fat son of a bitch, I'd kick him out. Doesn't hit the same way in that community.
Like, let me give you another example. So Dave Chappelle back in the 90s had a special where he talked, where there's like a clip, like a pretty famous clip of how old is 15 really. So he compares. Have you seen it?
Yeah,
Have you
I've
seen
seen it.
Yeah. So he's comparing what R. Kelly did to that girl that in Utah that got lost at 15 years old.
Yeah.
And like another black girl like younger than 15, and then she's able to. The comparison in America, the comparison it's a lot different. They don't. 15 in this situation is completely different to 15 in this situation.
I remember he brings up like getting pissed on his
Yeah.
face. And shit. I
Yeah.
remember the one you're talking about.
Have you seen the Michael Jackson one?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
So with that one, Michael Jackson's court case where they say he molested the kid.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah.
So the kid's got cancer, and he says his one wish is to see Michael Jackson before he dies. So Michael Jackson brings him to his house at Neverland.
Yeah.
At Neverland. At Michael's house does all the kid shit as Dave Chappelle says, roller coasters, like rides, food, all that stuff, and then allegedly during this whole time,
Take
Michael
him back to his room. And
gives him some wine and some pills and sucks his dick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. So
Christ.
see the way you're looking at it now.
Yeah,
So
that
Dave,
way you're looking
exactly.
now.
So
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle, the joke is it's like Dave Chappelle says, Michael Jackson's probably at this time thinking like during the court case and stuff. Michael Jackson thinking, I brought you to my house, I gave you all this stuff, I did all this for you, and I sucked your dick, and this is how you repay me, taking me to court. That's the joke. If Dave Chappelle was to say that
so
specific
bad.
joke
That's fucked up.
now,
Yeah, no chance.
exactly, and that goes hand in hand with
So fucked.
That's fucked.
There's no chance that would
Bro,
It's fucking
the amount of
hilarious.
people that would flip
It's fucking hilarious.
is outstanding, bro.
But and like since that at the point like the kid was supposed to die within 2 weeks. The kid like lived on. Like every week he's getting stronger and stronger.
really? Yeah.
That's the thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is
And
this still alive?
They all came.
I've
That
done
court case got thrown out like ages ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Like even the
Yeah.
documentary that got released on Michael Jackson, they all got thrown out because it was bullshit.
You got enough money, you can hide anything.
And like the ending for it is like, oh, Dave Chappelle's like, what if they found out the cure for cancer was Michael Jackson sucking dick?
Yeah. That is fucked. That's a violation. And onto that, our next topic is.
on the real though,
Next
on
one,
the
please.
real though,
Please don't bring that back.
on the real though,
I'm trying to get
the situation is deep because this shit happened like
Shut up.
on the
I'm starting
real.
to think you're part of the problem, Tony.
This guy said some real shit.
What do you say? What do you say?
On the real though, like this shit like hits deep. Like the Michael Jackson situation, the nigga died, and some stories popped up on him that was unnecessary, fucked up his image and whatever, yeah. So I had a similar situation where I went to church. Well, I still go to church and all that. My priest died, and you probably saw in the news or some shit, whatever. Some girl pulled up after the nigga died, talking about, oh, he did this, he did that.
Yeah.
And there was a whole case about it. For all the niggas and the people from my church, the youth, because I'm in the youth group and all that knew the nigga. That nigga was a kind soul, you know, and all that. But
To you
not
never
even
know.
to me,
Yeah.
This is the thing. You never know.
to
You
the
never know.
congregation.
Yeah, you never know.
I never know.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If this stuff would happen when it was alive, you know, we could have got down to like the
Yeah.
facts and shit.
So your
But
problem.
the shit popped
yeah.
up after he died.
Your problem is like even with me the same thing. It's like
Why
wait until someone's died or gotten to like a
Because
point where they
they can't
Yeah, they can't defend themselves,
defend themselves.
or say for example you like something's happened and you've waited until the person's gotten
Yeah.
fucking famous, rich and all this
For personal gain.
and
Yeah.
that's when you want to
That's when you want
bring
to
up shit.
vilify them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, like Michael Jackson, like people probably met him and shook his hand and thought, oh, this is a top bloke. You think he was thinking? He said, oh, I'm gonna fuck you. Watch out, like you know what I mean? You want him to
Watch
think
out.
that. You know what I mean? Bill Cosby.
No, we're gonna hear it, right? We're gonna hear your side of the story. We're not gonna victim blame you, right?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
that's happened, right, you have every
Go on.
right to come out because they could have gone through years of therapy. Like they could not have the confidence. They could have been in some sort of situation where, like, if they're told, like, their whole livelihood's ruined. In the sense that they lose their job, yada yada yada. And rape's a very hard one to prove.
No shit.
Unless you go straight to the hospital and get a rape kit, it is very hard to prove. And that's why I tend to believe the girl. Even though I have been in instances, especially with boys in this group, who have been called out for rape when we know for a fact they're waffling, like it's bullshit. You tend to have to believe it because it's one of those topics that are so hard to talk about because...
No, I disagree.
I think it's 50-50.
I feel like it should be innocent until proven guilty. bro.
I think now it's 50-50 because people will use that to try and fuck up people's lives. Like for
No
Yeah,
shit.
and
see,
that's
it's,
what
not,
happened.
it's not innocent until proven
Yeah.
guilty. That's in
It's
America.
too. It's too much. It's
First
Because I
and
feel
foremost-
like back like in like early 2000s, early 90s and stuff. That's when it was like 100%. If the girl said you did this, boom.
Yeah. See, I'm gonna talk to them. I'm gonna have a conversation with them if I
Yeah.
can get down to the facts and the facts lead to the conclusion of
It's
it
guilty
happened.
until proven innocent.
It's
Yeah.
guilty until proven innocent,
Yeah.
which is the way the Australian law system works and the English law system works, which is fact. Like
Yeah.
it's true. But in America, it's a different story. And like obviously, because with social media, we get it tripping. Like we have free speech when we don't have freedom of speech in Australia. Imagine
Are
if
you
that happened.
are you getting too sensitive, Tony?
Honestly,
It's creeping up, bro. It's creeping up.
I'm just saying.
Are you
bro.
part of the problem, Tony?
I
Tony?
feel like you shouldn't attack someone when
Tony?
when they're not there to defend themselves.
my guy.
I don't like
speaking,
talking about
you're a
someone they're not there to
sensitive
defend.
person, my
Yeah,
guy.
but what if that's happened to you,
I
right?
cater
You've
for your
gone through
feelings.
your whole life, and this person dies, right? And you know deep down in your heart, this guy's touched me, this guy's like fucked me up mentally.
Yeah.
And everyone's celebrating them, right? They celebrate. This guy was amazing. He was a figure. There was a date
lived
for
a
him.
great
Well,
life.
Right. But
I
he's-
would
he's
come out
dead,
everyone
man.
after it happens, bro. I wouldn't hold it in.
But you ain't been in that situation.
I know I haven't been in that situation,
Yeah, you can get blackmailed.
but then again, I feel like when someone's not there to defend themselves, the worst thing you can do is attack them.
Nah,
That is
even if
like,
they're
when
there
they're
or
not there to defend themselves,
Nah,
bro.
facts are facts.
There's defamation of character before when you're still
Because
alive and while
if-
you're dead, you know.
Why
While
wait
you're
till
dead,
they're gone?
it's your
Because
legacy
they
that
can't
you're
pay
attacking.
for anything. Like when they're gone, what? Okay, you say they did it.
But that's probably the best time to do
There's
it.
nothing,
Yeah.
nothing else is gonna happen.
You're
What-
not going after anything, right? You're not
When
going
they're
after their
gone, you're
money.
attacking their legacy. When they're still alive, you're attacking their character.
Yeah,
So
would
what
you
would
not
you
rather
rather do?
attack that character?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, why attack the legacy? Just
What-
attack
wait.
the
Hey,
character.
if it didn't
because the
happen-
legacy isn't just for the person.
The character's
itself.
gonna affect
It's
the legacy as
family.
well.
Exactly.
But
Like
it-
the legacy is not just the one person
But
now.
if it didn't happen, let the facts speak for themselves.
Exactly.
You know, but if it did happen, show your side of the story, show the facts, and then let the public make the decision because they're gonna make the decision on the facts. Just
And the public's not gonna be right all the time.
Pause.
Like,
Pause. Pause. Real quick. Going back onto this like trial type basis, yeah. What do you guys think of like basically going to jail for a crime which you didn't do?
That's a different topic,
fucked
man.
up.
Hey guys, that's a
sounds,
different
that
topic.
sounds like the lawyer system.
No. Like imagine, yeah. Like we're
The
talking
legal
about
system, right?
like
Legal
we're talking about rape or whatever nonsense,
Uh-huh.
yeah. Like, you know how we're talking about how some like of our boys even calling some bullshit or whatever. Imagine someone went to jail on some bullshit like that. You didn't do it. You have alibis, whatever. Everyone knows. But they go have some hook, some
There's a
bogus shit.
lot of cases like that.
I know,
Everywhere.
but me personally, bro, it's like one of my deepest, like ingrained fears, because I would honestly just flip. I would lose my shit if something happened to me.
I'll one up you.
Like
What-
I would lose my shit.
How do you rate
to
it
be
though? Like,
framed?
is it how long you go to prison for?
No,
Like,
Just anytime.
I don't
anytime.
care about going to prison. I care about the fact that I got done and put in prison for some shit I didn't do.
Yeah.
I do a lot of fuck shit. For all you viewers,
Hey.
nothing you didn't know, but it ain't all that. Relax, yeah.
Now, book is a
But I'm
crime
just
song.
saying, I do a lot of fuck shit. I mean, I'm a wild person. I'm a chaotic soul. Like for real, I'm a chaotic soul because I don't work by normal rules. But in saying that, yeah, someone frames me for some shit I didn't do. Honestly, I would lose my shit.
I feel you, but I'll one up you, Booker. I'll one up you. How about people who have committed a crime, right? They're out free with us in society. They've committed the crime, but they get made relinquished. You know, they get it gets
no one knows about it.
swept under the carpet. You'd be surprised how many people are out there. Like for example, I unfortunately I have one in my, I don't want to say circle. He's not in my circle anymore, but for obvious reasons. But a guy who's guilty, who did some fucked up things, but if you have the right legal team and the right situation, you can just
Get around it.
like I said,
That's so.
Honestly, in those type of situations, when you know you're guilty and shit, bro, and you're fighting for your life type shit, what do you do in the court? Do you just like chill? Like what's going on in the niggas' head?
bro.
Nah.
No. Because think about it, honestly. You're in the middle of court, yeah? You're facing a jail sentence, jail time.
Yeah.
And you're out here doing whatever it is you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on in your mind? Because once
A lot of shit.
Because you know you're fucked.
You're in survival mode. That's
Yeah, but
nothing else matters, bro. You're
first
in
of all,
survival
you
mode.
did the crime, yeah? That's the first part, yeah? Like the guy you're talking about. yeah?
Especially if you know you
did the
did it.
crime.
Nah, bro.
So like,
You have to feel guilty. That's
yeah,
what I'm
I'm
trying
trying
to
to
think.
think of,
The guilt, surely the guilt eats you.
like surely you apologize or some
You'd
shit.
think, but there are some weasels out there that it doesn't really affect them, and they're thinking about ways that they can profit and do it again in the future. Like, for example, this guy's like, he's a scumbag, man. Like,
Oh,
Just to
okay.
finish, would you consider us sensitive?
I mean,
Given everything we just talked about,
I don't think we're sensitive on the whole. We're sensitive to people.
I don't know
We're
about
sensitive.
Tony.
I'm sensitive.
I don't know about Tony.
I'd say I'm sensitive, but you're sensitive for the right issues.
honestly speaking, the niggas in this group are desensitized in the sense that it takes a lot for niggas to get in their feelings, like, to get touched by
Me?
something.
We.
Like it takes a lot. Like you have to personally like do some fuck shit to get us to like.
That's name two names for me, and I'm sad for the rest of it.
Let me rewind that. Some of us, yeah. But in all honesty, we're desensitized to the fact that half the shit you try to like use against us goes over our head. We don't give a shit.
We got thick skin, man.
We don't give a shit. Sticks and stones.
To be out of pocket, we have to be desensitized to a lot of stuff. So
But and this on like some of these real topics and shit, like we're human, like it gets to us, like especially if it's like someone that's close to you or someone that you know, it gets your blood boiling. On the real, your blood boiling.
For sure.
Alright, that's basically that episode.
That was a long
What
one.
we got? Yeah, that was a pretty long one. The first episode that Mark was on.
The first official one.
First official one. I don't know how many he's gonna be on, depending on how
The schedule.
his schedule and time management. You might see him. You
You
might
might
not.
rock at half an hour
If
into
I'm
one.
there-
He might come like halfway through a podcast. We don't know.
And they hate it. They're hating on me. They're hating on me. You see this? Yeah?
No, this is fact.
Anyways, if I'm there, I'm there. If
This
I'm
is
not,
fact.
remember me.
This is the first time Hunter's on there. Just to show you the world.
he's
You'll
gonna
get
show-
more
he's gonna show
context
you
on that nickname at a later date.
That story's gonna be fun. That story's gonna be
He'll
fun.
be on a lot. He'll be on a lot. Very, very knowledgeable. Got a lot of stuff to say. You've seen Fletcher.
I've been here.
Yeah, he's been here. He'll be here quite a bit. Yeah, but that's basically it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Keep following us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all those platforms, YouTube as well.
Good things.
Keep the culture.
Yeah, stay tuned. We'll be back. We'll be back
We'll
next
see
week.
you soon, yeah?
Keep the culture.
Don't switch up.